Welcome in. Time to take another trip down Normandy Road. I'm John Nelson, and we'll catch up with everything going on with Swansea City on the pitch and off, since we're now in an international break. First and foremost, we'll take a look back at the win against Millwall. Here's your highlights, courtesy of the EFL and Swans TV.
Gibbs White, right-footed, lifting it in, and right to Foster! Yes! And it's Jake Bidwell early in the second half, barely a minute since the restart. His first goal for Swansea City. It's been coming for a couple of matches. We thought it had come with a head, but the outstretched foot for the fullback turns it in. It's Swansea City 1, Millwall 0.
Yeah, and we deserve that from the play that we've had. Gibbs White again with another assist, a great bit of play. He's faced his man up and got a brilliant cross in, and that's a great finish by Jake as well. You know, the defender has been in his way trying to block him. The defender has thought that he's blocked him, and Jake has whipped his foot round and put it in with a good finish, but a great ball in.
Not his first ever league goal. Jake Bidwell scored twice for Brentford and twice, in fact 3 times for Brentford and twice for Queen's Park Rangers, and Swansea City find themselves level again within minutes. Bradshaw it is that takes advantage of the mistakes at the back, and for the first time this season Swansea picking the ball out of the net. And I can tell you that down on the bench there is some movement. Gibbs White into the box, comes down, low shot, back heel, on the line, can they get it in?
Yes!
It's in!
Go on, son!
Ben Cabango! They all had a little bite at the cherry, and Cabango was the one that put it in the net.
As always, after the match, Steve Cooper addressed the media, and here's what he thought as his team got to stay at 4th in the table by the end of the weekend.
We knew it was going to be a tough game, and it proved to be that way, but I thought we were good for it. First half especially, we dominated the game with possession. Would have liked us to be in a bit more productive at the top end of the pitch, because I thought we had enough opportunity to do that and got in some good positions, but half time was about showing a bit more confidence and commitment to that, and obviously second half we had a great start and you know, got ourselves in front. Didn't love us how we managed the goal after that. I thought we gave away a goal, and not just the shot, but how we let them get into that position. I just said to the other guys there that we do a lot of work on that sort of part of the game, and yeah, we weren't great, but fair play to the boys. They regrouped and got back on the front foot, and you know, looked a threat again, and got it through a set play, which is good. You know, Cabango's great went in, and yeah, you know, in the end I thought we managed it quite well, and you know, I thought the best team won.
Since there's now a week to think about the next match up against Huddersfield Town, that's on the 17th. A reminder, back on Monday it was the close of the transfer window for this go-round. Obviously there's the January window that'll open back up, but the summer window was closing. One move that Swansea made was to bring in Victor Einar Gyökeres from Brighton and Hove Albion on a season-long loan. He's got a couple of caps for Sweden's national team with a goal in 2 appearances. He spent time also with the U21s and the U19s. Was playing for IF Brommapojärna on 2015 and 2018 through his senior career. 56 appearances, 20 goals, and he was on loan to FC St. Pauli last season. And getting those numbers in, it was 26 appearances and 7 goals for FC St. Pauli, and he's already made first appearance coming out of the blocks for Swansea. So being in Bundesliga 2, now he's worked his way over here to the EFL Championship, and he's looking forward to his time that he's going to spend at Swansea City on loan from Brighton.
Yeah, I'm just glad it's all sorted now, and yeah, I'm here, so yeah.
Yeah, and I'm assuming you had discussions with Steve Cooper about the move to come down. You know, how big an impression did he make on you, and again, why was it Swansea that you know, you felt was the right move?
Yeah, I always knew about Swansea, and yeah, it's a big club and great club, so yeah, and that's the way, and yeah, just been interesting for me to play in England also, so yeah, it's nice.
Gyökeres plays as a forward, And so that was what Cooper was looking for, a little help up top, as he thought he was a little short-handed up there, so bringing in Gyökeres on loan from Brighton and Hove Albion for this season hopefully will help things out when it comes to putting the ball in the back of the net. The other news that came out this past week came from the Swans Trust, Swansea City Supporters Trust, where there is a concern on Steve Kaplan. And the Trust noted recent filings at Companies House that stating that Julian Winter and Sam Porter have been appointed as directors of Swansea City AFC Limited, and the resignation of Steve Kaplan as a director from both companies, in addition to the previous appointment of Gareth Davies to Swansea City AFC Limited and Jake Silverstein to both companies. This is once again from the Trust statement on the matter. The regards to the respective appointments, Swans Trust has no issues with the appointment of Winter and Davies as chief executive and CFO respectively. It's entirely appropriate. Both are directors of the club, particularly in the current climate. Looking forward to continually working close with them. Remember, the Swans Trust owns 21% of the team, but the Trust views it as inappropriate that Jake Silverstein, who has not invested in the club, has simply loaned money in the form of a convertible loan, was appointed as a director. The Trust has had no discussions with Silverstein, has no visibility in terms of what his interests in our football club are. As the fans' representatives within the ownership of our club, this is not the best start in seeking to convince the fans you are here to act as a suitable custodian of our club. On the issue of the resignation of Steve Kaplan, despite our requests, once again, this is a Trust statement, Trust has been provided with no information as to why he resigned or whether this represents a change in the ownership structure of Swansea Football LLC. Last paragraph, it's important to our fans that they know A, who's responsible for making decisions in our football club, and B, what are the intentions of those who own the club. Recent changes make both parts of that statement less clear. We would urge the respective parties to remember they're custodians of our club and they need to provide clarity to the Trust and our fans. Signed by the Swansea City Supporters Trust earlier this week. So that's the biggest news that has come out from the off-the-field side of things. Right now, Swansea fourth in the table at 10 points, 3-1-0. Bristol City and Reading are the only two teams currently undefeated. Bournemouth is also 3-1-0 at 10 points, and they have a larger goal difference at the moment. Luton Town is at 9 points in their fifth. But Swansea City, after the win against Millwall this past week, will have a week to think about and a week to get orchestrated with Victor Gyökeres up top to help them out. So that's the news at Normandy Road, off the field, on the field. It's been a very busy week with the close of the transfer window, at least until January, so we'll see where things go from here. Very interesting situation also with the ownership. So with all of that news in hand, enjoy the international break because it's going to be a sprint to continue when it comes to life in the EFL Championship. Right now, Swansea City is in fourth. That's another look down Normandy Road. Played safe, everybody. We'll see you next week as we get you ready for Huddersfield.